So what's going on YouTube? Welcome back to the JeffMan316 Pop Culture Reporter channel. I'm your host as always, JeffMan316, and it's time for a little news about Halloween Ends. Several news nuggets actually, including what could be some spoilers. Some spoilers that I think I might have gathered from sources, and some spoilers maybe from the man himself, David Gordon Green. So what are we waiting for? Let's get into the news. Let's go. So I'll go ahead and give you some news that you probably already heard. The first nugget was that the Halloween Ends soundtrack leaked online yesterday. It was online for a little while as far as on YouTube. The main thing is I read some of the track listings, and it basically confirms some of the stuff that I've speculated on this channel already. As far as the track listings do give you a little bit of spoilers for some of the characters, specifically about Corey. If you want to know more about that, which I basically have confirmed some stuff about Corey, check out my videos on that. Look at my Halloween Ends playlist. Thing is, there was an interview with, I think, Empire that I read off of BloodyDisgusting.com that David Gordon Green did, and I think they've had a couple of exclusive photos, and here's the first one. So I'll just go ahead and throw it out there that is not Michael in that photo. If you lighten it up, the coveralls look way too clean for me, but he's going up the steps, and that to me is leading into the scene in the beginning of the trailer where the door gets open, and that's obviously somebody with all their fingers in there, and that's going to be Corey dressed as Michael. So my theory is he has Michael's mask but not his coveralls. So Michael will eventually show up after that, take his mask back, is what I think. So the other photo they show is this one, and I've read online from several people who say they're in the know that said that that's not Michael getting ready to do that kill there, that once again that's Corey. And so that's one of the problems I've got. 3/4 of the information in the video clips and the photos that they're releasing are everything about Corey. What the fuck is going on? Where's Michael? So that being said, one of the quotes that I read from somebody in the know said that don't worry, because we're going to hate that character, and we're actually going to be glad when he takes care of her and silences that character. What that means, I don't know, but that's kind of pretty cool. So I guess Corey gets a pretty good kill in the movie. So another nugget that I've got out there is a pretty reliable source says within the next week or two we're going to get the second trailer, and then one of the reasons they're delaying it is because as of today, David Gordon Green is still tweaking the movie. And why is that? Because he's got up to 4 possible endings so far. And so they're not exactly sure, but the first rough cut of the trailer, they're saying everybody internally says it shows way too much, and that it really does go ahead and let you know what's going on with this Corey character. So I think they're waiting to the last minute, and I think they're scrambling, and it does worry me that the way they're releasing this, especially with it coming out on Peacock, that maybe they just don't have uber confidence in this movie. Now, I speculated in my last video that maybe they were doing 2 cuts of it. Now, up to the last couple weeks, I was pretty confident that there wasn't going to be. Somebody told me that it was only 1 version. But as of today, David Gordon Green is still working on edits of the film. So who knows? Maybe because of all the bad press and the toxic fans and everybody and speculators like me busting his chops about this Corey character, maybe he's doing something different. So that being said, I've got a little article from that Bloody Disgusting site that I'm going to read to you some of the main clips that I found very entertaining and very, I don't know, let's see, thought-provoking. So here goes. He says, in theory, the picture is locked, but this morning I called the editor and said, what if we do this one thing? I speak with John Carpenter and Jamie Lee Curtis regularly about it. It's exciting, uncertain, satisfying, and sad. I've enjoyed the ride, but it's probably time to get off. I think we're going to go out with a bang. And from what I understand, one of the bangs may be that Allison shoots, should I say it? Yeah, Corey. And possibly have an ending similar to the original Halloween. But more of that later. Second, David Gordon Green also teases the Empire. If our second film was a free-for-all, violent chaos, this is more intimate, atmospheric conclusion. Check out the brand new image below, which is one of the ones I was showing you. So then also, if you watch my last video, I'll throw this photo up there. There's a photo of Jamie Lee Curtis, and if you look down below her, there's somebody laying there. That's Corey after her battle with Corey. is what I'm speculating, and she's looking out the window at Michael, who shows up to get his mask back, or he might already have it at that point, I'm not sure. So another thing on the site said, in Halloween Ends, after 45 years, the most acclaimed, revered horror franchise in film history reaches its epic, terrifying conclusion as Laurie Strode faces off for the last time against the embodiment of evil, Michael Myers, in a final confrontation unlike any captured on screen before. Only one of them will survive. And that part, I think, is the quote from David Gordon Green. And I'm going to go ahead and spoil based on what I've heard. So if you don't want to hear any spoilers, you could head out right now. But in all the different cuts, the few common things are Laurie doesn't die in any of them. I've heard multiple versions of all the different types of endings this thing has, and every single one of them, there wasn't one where Laurie died. Number two, every single one of them, Michael died in multiple different ways that I'm not going to spoil in this video. So let that sink in. Number three, Corey is the only one who they changed the ending of whether he lives or he dies. Now, I've got some Corey videos coming up where I speculate what they mean by this movie may be in like Christine, and how it deals with the ending of the story and how Corey plays into that. So I'm not going to dive too deep into this video, but I do think the one wild card is going to be how the character of Corey is dealt with. And that's probably what he's tweaking in this last cut of the movie to try to figure out how he really wants to end it. That kind of worries me, because this is reminiscent of some of the other older Halloween movies where they couldn't make decisions. It is literally a month and a half before the damn movie is supposed to come out, and they're still making final edits with up to 4 different versions to choose from as far as the ending goes. That's a little ridiculous if you ask me. So that's all the news that I've got. I wanted to go ahead and throw a lot of that stuff out there. So let me know what you think about Halloween Ends and what you've heard. Put some comments down below. Let me know. Like I said, my next video, I've got a couple more I want to drop before Halloween Ends comes out. I'm reviewing all the old Halloween movies. Check those out and keep supporting the channel, and I'll keep making great content. So until next time, boys and girls, this is JebMan316, your pop culture reporter, signing out saying, you guys be safe out there.